All right, everybody. So I had a couple of people asking me about how to play the ukulele and some things about the ukulele. So I'm going to go over the ukulele a little bit with you guys, and I'm going to show you some secrets with the ukulele that hopefully will maybe make some sense and also open up some doors for you. The first thing that I will say is that if you're a guitar player, it's really easy to play the ukulele, okay? Because, and I'll show you here in just a second why. If you're not a guitar player, what I would recommend is go learn to play the guitar. Because if you learn to play the guitar, you also are learning how to play the ukulele, okay? And I'll show you why, okay? And so it's really, really easy for a guitar player to go down and learn the ukulele. It's much harder for a ukulele player to move up to the guitar. And the reason why is because ukulele only has 4 strings, guitar has 6, okay? So if you're already playing 6 and you move down to the ukulele, it's really, really simple. But if you're used to playing 4 and then you try to move up to 6, it's a lot more difficult, okay? So I'm gonna show you a couple things. First of all, if you're not a guitar player, you probably don't want to watch the rest of this video because it's not going to probably make a lot of sense to you. But if you are a guitar player, like most of my students, then this will make a lot of sense to you. And hopefully it'll make playing the ukulele or learning to play the ukulele really, really simple, okay? So the ukulele, really honestly, you guys, it's just the bottom 4 strings of a guitar, okay? So in other words, if I had a guitar sitting here and I had 2 strings on top, okay, the 5th and 6th string up here, that's really all it is. The ukulele is just the bottom. It's basically set up exactly like the bottom 4 strings of a guitar, okay? Now it's tuned differently, okay? It's G, C, E, and A. I mean, it's the notes on the strings are different, right? It's tuned a little differently. But what I'm saying is that the distance between these strings and the way that these strings work with each other by being, 5 half steps apart and that kind of thing, like it's set up exactly the same way as the bottom 4 strings of guitar. So let me give you an example of what I mean by that, okay? So on the ukulele, when I play a G major chord, right? Okay, I want you to look at that shape right there. If I was playing a guitar and I was just playing the bottom 4 strings of guitar, what chord would that be on a guitar? Okay, what chord would this be on a guitar? Well, it's a D, right? It's a D major chord. You see that? This is a D major chord on the bottom 4 strings of a guitar. Now, on a ukulele, because the strings are tuned differently, this is actually a G chord. Okay, it's a major chord. Remember, the type of chords always stay the same. So if I'm playing a major chord, it's always a major chord, right? So this would be a D major on the guitar, but it's a G major on the ukulele, okay, because the strings are tuned a little differently. Now watch what happens when I go to play a D7 chord. Okay, I play the D7. Okay, remember that the type of chord never changes, right? So if I'm playing a 7 chord, it's still going to be a what? Still going to be a 7 chord, right? But on the ukulele, what is this? This is actually a G7. Because this is a G major, then that means that all of my D chords that I'm playing on a guitar, if I was playing a guitar, so on a guitar, this would be a D major, this would be a D7, and this would be what? A D minor, right? Okay, well on the ukulele, the type of chord's still the same, it's just that now they're G's. So this would be a G major instead of a D major. This would be a G7 instead of a D7. And this would be a G minor instead of a D minor, okay? But you already know these chords. So the point that I'm trying to make is that all the chords that you already know, all your basic open chords that you already know on the guitar are basically still here on the ukulele. They're all pretty much the same, right? So, okay, so we just learned all of our G chords by just playing our D chords, right? So if you know the D chords, then you know all the G chords on the ukulele. So for instance, like if I play this note right here, okay, now what chord am I playing on the ukulele? Well, this is a C major. But if you think about this, what would I be playing on a guitar if I was playing all 6 strings? Well, I would be playing a G chord. But I don't play these 2 on top because those strings aren't there, right? So the only string that I'm playing on the bottom is this one right here because I don't have the two top strings. You see that? So a G major on the guitar is a C major on the ukulele. So what that means is that all my C chords are now what? They're G chords if I was playing them on a guitar. So if I play a G7, which is where these stay on top, but then this one comes back a whole step, now I'm playing what? I'm playing a C7 on the ukulele. So this would be a C major. This would be a C7. Okay, so now let's look at A minor. Here's A minor, right? So if I was playing the top two strings on a guitar, I would be playing an E minor. But I don't have this string, so I can't play that. I just have this one. So my E chords are my A chords on a ukulele. So if I play an E major, right, if I had this note right here, I'd be playing an E major. I'd have this one and this one. Okay, now what would I be playing? Well, if my A chords are now E chords, you know, or vice versa, depending upon whether I'm playing the uke or the guitar, then that means that if I play an E major, right, if I play an E major on the ukulele, now it's going to be an A major. Here's my A minor. Okay, and here's my A7 because I don't have this string right here. But there's my A7 because I'd be playing an E7. Okay, does that make sense? So now if I play a C chord on the guitar, but do it on my ukulele, so I'd be playing this one, and then I'd have a string right there, right? Okay, now what am I playing on the ukulele? I'm playing an F chord. Okay, so a C major on the guitar is now an F major on the ukulele. Okay, are you seeing that? Okay, so my point is that it makes it really, really simple when you're looking at ukulele chords. Try to look for the patterns, right? Try to look for similarities in those chords, because what you'll find is that you already know them, right? You already know these chords. You just really, for a lot of people, it's just a matter of like connecting the dots, right? It's a matter of just letting that light bulb come on and being able to say, oh, I already know these chords. I just need to figure out, okay, D's are G's, you know, E's are the A's, C's are the F's, you know, and just go right down the line and you'll start to see the similarities in your chords, okay? So like, for instance, like the A chords, okay, A chords are D chords on the ukulele, okay? So there you go, you guys, okay? So try to connect the dots, try to get the light bulb to come on. When you're looking at ukulele chords, go, which guitar chords are the ones that I need to be playing in order to play these chords on the ukulele? And what you'll find is that they'll start to look familiar to you, and it will help you to learn those chords really, really fast. And you'll be able to go, oh, well, I know all my G chords because I know all the D chords on a guitar, so now I know all the G chords on a ukulele. And all you got to do is just get your brain to recognize them and go, oh, and then just know that those chords are this chord or that chord or whatever, and then you'll learn these open chords on the ukulele just almost instantaneously, just really, really fast, because you already know them, okay? You already know them, okay? So, as far as a lot of the other things on a ukulele, like strumming and all those types of techniques, picking, a lot of it's very, very pretty much the same as a guitar. So that's why I said, like, the techniques and things that you're learning on a guitar are just going to transfer over. So like I said, if you know the guitar, really, really easy to pick up the ukulele. But it's much harder for a ukulele player to go to the guitar because if you start on 4 strings, it's much more difficult to transfer over to 6 than it is to go from 6 down to 4. Okay. So anyway, hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions or anything, text or email me, okay? And hopefully that will help you guys to maybe pick up the ukulele and play it a little bit faster and get it to click for you, okay? All right, we'll catch you guys later.